The other induction that's real important is the confusion induction. Now, confusion techniques were used extensively by Milton Erickson. Milton Erickson is probably best known for using techniques that cause a state of confusion. And you can cause a confusion in your client in any number of areas. Areas where confusion might be created. Number one, sensorial experiences. Confusion in their sense of sight, sense of vision, that's the same thing. Sense of taste, sense of touch, sense of smell, exactly. And so we might use sensorial changes. We can also use cognitive changes where we give them paradoxical messages, where we may give them double binds. For example, it doesn't really matter if you go into trance quickly or if you go into trance slowly. What's the double bind there? You're going into trance. So it's a confusional statement. Relational things, whether it's spatial relations, relationships between people, role reversal, and so the role the therapist plays, the role the client plays, all of these things can be inverted, which cause confusion. Because we go into hypnosis with a preconceived expectation of what my role as the client is going to be and what your role as the hypnotist is going to be. And when I make a statement that says something like, as you sit in the patient's chair, you'll notice you are really the operator creating this session the way you think it should be done. Now, suddenly what I've done is I've juxtaposed the patient and the therapist role. And so that causes confusion because that wasn't what they anticipated. And I might even follow that with a statement like, and so I can simply sit here and enjoy this experience that you've created. I've totally reversed the roles here, making them the operator and me the passive person in the process. And that creates a role confusion, anything that creates confusion. Identity, affective confusion in regards to emotional states, drawing on opposite emotional states and helping the client to recognize that they're experiencing them together, spatial relationships, behavioral relationships, anything we can do to cause confusion. And so in the handout you have an example of a confusion script. I know you will do well today because finding a way to access that part of the mind where deep thought lies and learning takes place is easy for a person like you. By the way, why would that statement be there? I know that finding a way to access that part of the mind where deep thought lies and learning takes place will be easy for a person like you. What does that do? I'm talking to Kip here, and I said it would be easy for a person like him. What's the first element of confusion? Like him, what does he mean by that? Like you. How does he see me? So now he's out of himself and into somebody else. At the same time, it sounds complimentary, doesn't it? Maybe. It's kind of like, that is an awesome green shirt, man. I love it. You know, I have one just like it. I got it at Walmart, and it's my favorite shirt. Was that a compliment?
Maybe.
It was in NLP, or actually in seduction psychology, what they call a zero content message. The negative connotation equalized the positive connotation.
Ironically, this shirt did come from Walmart.
So did my green shirt that looks just like that. And it is actually my favorite shirt. And so when I say this, we have that zero content message that, was that a compliment or not? That's our first element of confusion. At the same time, you should probably interpret that positive, and it's ego reinforcing. You are not one of those people who is unable to think, but rather one who's interested in how the mind works. Next element of confusion. How does he know that? Is he a mind reader? Mind reading is a technique in hypnosis that Milton Erickson used on a regular basis. In fact, I bet you're able to be your own hypnotist, role reversal. Enter a trance exactly the way that's best for you, simply letting me relax and enjoy this time. I'm sure you have a sense of satisfaction knowing that you possess these skills. rather than sensing dissatisfaction or ambivalence, confusion in regards to emotional states. Now focus on your hands, Kip. You might focus on the left hand, that being the right choice, or on the right hand, leaving only one left. Again, spatial and language confusion elements. And notice how they feel. Which one should he notice? The left one? Will that be the right choice? Or should he focus on the right one, leaving only one left? Only he knows the answer. And Kip is looking rather confused right now. Just look at him. As one enters trance, they often feel various sensations of warmth or even a tingling sensation as they relax. It's not uncommon to notice no change. I just said two opposite things. It is, well, people often feel various sensations of warmth or even a tingling sensation as they relax, but it is not uncommon to experience no change. This does two things. One, it normalizes no matter what he's feeling. And two, it causes confusion. Which one am I feeling? No feeling? The absence of feeling? Ambivalence? I mean, what is it? And to just have the ability to focus on the hands. As you relax, notice how you feel perfectly still. You can focus on those hands, either the right or the left, or even on your feet. Where'd the feet come from? Now they showed up. Okay, it's confusional. I thought he had me focusing on my hands. Now he's giving me the option to focus on my feet. Perhaps even noticing, and this is, I do this in a recliner, I do this often in a recliner, perhaps even noticing the way the way your feet feel at the end of the recliner, noticing the weight of the left shoe or the weight of the right shoe hanging over the edge of the recliner. That's something people don't notice. Now I've drawn their attention to something they've never thought about, the weight of their left shoe or the weight of the right shoe as it rests on the recliner. That thought has never come into their mind ever, ever, ever in 45 years, and suddenly now I've drawn their attention to that. Perhaps noticing the weight of the shoes on your feet, a sensation I wonder if you've paid attention to before. Your feet are raised by the footrest in the recliner, but yet are grounded with the footrest. Are they raised or are they grounded? Are my feet on the ground or are they in the air? And many people notice that this affects the feeling of the weight of their shoes, even creating a sense of weightlessness in them.
They were just heavy.
They were just heavy a minute ago, that's right. And as you enter trance, you may or may not notice a number of varied sensations. Perhaps you will only experience this process. Anything is okay. This is your time. You are the operator. Again, role reversal. I am merely following your lead as you go deeper and deeper into a state of hypnosis. A confusion induction. That's the script.